Hey everyone, it's Devine and welcome to the guidance for October. This is for the earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. And I'm going to go through 3 different types of cards for the reading for each of the signs, okay? And also remember, of course, that you can go to Patreon and become a part of that to help support me or support the channel by donating, which is much appreciated. Thank you to everybody who has. And also you can have a deep healing or a reading with me. I'm also taking people, it's not on my website yet, but you can contact me if you would like a year spread for next year, okay? So I can do the 12-month breakdown for you with a lot of spiritual guidance and information. So that's going to be available on my website really soon, but if you want it now, please let me know. Get in early. Okay. Let's do this. Let's start off with Capricorn, okay? I hope that you're doing okay wherever you are. I am going to be using the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. Now, this deck is just going to be like a little overview for the month for Capricorn. And then I'm going to use the Green Witch Tarot and also the Mythic Tarot, okay? Which I won't get them out just now because they've got crystals on them. So let's start with an overview for Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, that's the card. And it's very blue. Isn't it gorgeous? Angel of relaxation. Let go of desired outcomes and you'll get what you want. Capricorn, I really think that's what you're doing anyway. So this is just confirmation for you. You know, you've gone through your time of worry, you've gone through September, and, you know, you had a bit of a time away and a bit of fun. I think that you're understanding more about relaxation as your way, and relaxing your mind and relaxing the way in which you do things as the way forward for you. It's what works for you, and this is confirmation. The blue is also, you know, as we know, emotional kind of feeling too, so there's more of peace here. I'm feeling for you guys for October. And also maybe things that needed to be said, but you'll do so in a peaceful manner, which is awesome. Okay, so overviewing, that's for you guys for the month. Now I'm going to use my Green Witch Tarot and intuitively just talk with you about one card, and then I'll do one card of the Mythic Tarot. You know, if you want to have like all different types of spreads and stuff like that, maybe I can do that kind of thing for you. But I don't need a lot of cards to give you a message. Okay, so let's go Capricorn. So this is for October 2018. Let's see what's going on. Knight of Cups or Chalices. Okay, so as I'm looking at the card, if it was laid down in front, he's moving into the future, okay, moving forward. Okay, so as we look at the Knight of Cups, this is the energy of, and I've just dropped some cards, I'm not going to worry about it. This is the energy of October. So, I mean, a lot of readers and things will say, okay, you've got a Cups card, it's a water sign, which is cool. Maybe a water sign is coming into your life, but let's have a look at the characteristics of the Knight of Cups. For you, whether you're male or female, this is your energy for the month. And it's very calm. Look at the horse. You know, if you can see, just like really, when they've got soft eyes like that, they're not really distressed about anything. Your cup is raised, celebrating a new life for yourself, a new way of being. If you look at the gentleman on the horse, he sits up nice and tall and straight, you know, looking forward, looking at the cup like, you know, here I am, this is what I've got to offer, and I'm very relaxed about it as well. So this is your energy for the month of October. Offering your gifts, your services to the world. Maybe for some of you there is a proposal happening. or you're going to make a proposal to someone. It could be business, could be relationships. Generally, it would be relationships where cups are involved. Cups have to do with emotions and matters of the heart. Okay? So this horse and this rider are celebrating where they've been. You know, where they're headed is more peaceful from where they've been. You know, they have a view of their future. And this is you, having a view of your future. Maybe it was clouded before. You know, before all of this clarity that you've got towards the end of September. Maybe you're doing things differently, like we said in the beginning, which is leading you into a completely unexpected path. But again, you're just navigating it easily. You're not going into it with any kind of worry or concern. There's also a sense of victory with this card. A triumph over a battle, or maybe more than one battle, but some big victory here for you. And maybe it's not something where everybody's patting you on the back and telling you what a wonderful job you've done, but you feel it inside yourself, which is amazing. I also feel that there's a connection with families. There's connection with someone who maybe you haven't talked to for a while, or someone who's passed over is giving you a message of pride and that they love you and that they're proud of you and they're like raising their cup, you know, celebrating with you, okay? Don't discount that the loved ones on the other side of the veil are hearing you. And maybe for someone in particular, you did something like to try to get their attention. Like maybe something funny or something that you used to do or something, some kind of memory has come forward and you've tried to get their attention and they're saying, we've heard you, like, we hear you and see you, you know, and it's funny. There's something funny, something humorous, like between you guys, okay? Also, like we see on the horse here, these different colors. So usually, like what you would expect from the Cups card is a lot of blues, but here we've got a lot of oranges and reds and, you know, deeper grounding kind of colors, and also a lot of earthy connection in this card here, you know. So whatever you've been doing within your physical activities as well is paying off for you too, okay? Remember that you are empathic, that you sense things, that you feel things very deeply, okay? And try not to take that on for the month of October. You're doing good, okay? So keep moving forward in that flow of energy. So let's get another message from the Mythic Tarot as well. The ancient ones that I've got. Okay. Message for Capricorn. Okay, makes sense. And the Death card comes up. So, just what we were talking about, this new way of doing things is exactly right for you. It's exactly where you need to be in your life at the moment. The way things were previously was very trying on your energy, you know, very taxing on you, you know, having to deal with a lot of things, having to deal with a lot of other people and emotional stuff too. And you finally surrendered the situation, got out of your own way, you know, and now you've come to the other side. I love seeing the Death card because it finally means that crap is finished. Okay, you went through it. You went through a transformation. Maybe the full moons helped you, whatever it is. You've had past stuff in your face and suddenly it's just gone. It may have erupted in physical symptoms in your life too. You know, sometimes when we're having a healing, we go through real bad sickness, you know, and that means it's coming out. I never see it as a punishment. If I get sick of something, I'm like, good. I got rid of something. I'm being rewired now, you know. Except when you're, you know, just about dying, then, you know, it feels like what just happened to me recently. you know, you're not sure whether there's something in that, but you rebirth. And that's what's happened here for you. Something was really massive in your life. You know, it may not have been anything that you told anybody about either, but you dealt with it and it's done, okay? So for the month of October, remember, the angel of relaxation is your guide. The angel of relaxation, the angel of cycles, you know, the angel of peace and comfort. Remember to call on this when you're starting to feel a little bit anxious. And sometimes your anxiety is your empathy towards other people, places, and situations, okay? But remember, call in that peace because it worked for you and it's here for you. Life is going to really skyrocket and you want to stay in that peaceful energy of the Knight of Cups for that to happen. Okay, so good news all around for October. Unexpected offers as well. Okay, and an ending to the way things were. And a whole new birth, a whole new beginning for you. So that's for Capricorn. And now I'm going to do Taurus. And I know I dropped some cards. But where did I drop the cards? I'll get them. Oh. Well, it could have been easier, but it wasn't. All right. Let's do Taurus now, okay? I want to see what is guiding Taurus first. And we're using the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses cards to get like an overview first. Okay, for Taurus. And I don't like to use the books or anything like that, so I'm just juggling. I've got this little table and it's kind of like, ooh. I don't know why, because it's stabilized with all these books underneath it. Okay, Taurus, here we go. I hope you're having an awesome day. And I hope that your month is going to be awesome too. Let's have a look for Taurus. Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. This is your overseeing card for Taurus. Okay, you're really being led in a direction. And I wish I'd said it now, because when I was shuffling the cards, I was saying to I could hear it, and it was saying, it was in my head. The color red is important for Taurus, and I didn't say it. And I look at that card. Sometimes I wish I did say things that was on my mind. But also the third eye opening here. You're really going to start getting some upgrades, Taurus, to your abilities, okay? But just make sure you're not going to be too cocky about it, okay? Because you're going to start getting all this information, but, you know, you want to be careful how you deliver it. There you go. That's the answer. Okay, so let's get a message for the month of October with the Green Witch Tarot. Now, I always try to do something different when I do the monthly things. But if you'd like some different spreads or something like that, and you want to see the cards laid out, how do you want to do it? Most people like to see me talking to you guys, but maybe I can do some spreads and things like that. Just want to say, if you're watching Taurus and you want to get a year ahead reading, contact me, divinemiracles@gmail.com. I haven't put it on my website yet, but you want to get in soon, because everyone's going to try to get their year ahead spread, you know. Okay, so let's see what's going on, Taurus. I'm getting it. Okay, Taurus, the Three of Athames. Now, normally when we see this card, it's really quite horrific, you know. The three swords going through a big red beating heart, you know. But here it's not. Like the Three of Athames or Three of Swords in this card, although we know it's closure, we know it's finishing, and we know it's been a suffer, like you've been suffering through things. There's an ending here, there's a grief here, but it's more of a natural kind of progression. I don't feel it as harsh as I do when I look at other cards. And there's a reason why, you know, I've chosen these cards for the reading today, you know. We look at a door open, And this person is not sure whether they want to go in there, okay? Maybe this is a job offer, or, you know, someone's told you something and you're not sure whether to believe it. A situation has changed and you're frightened of the future and where it holds and what lies ahead, and maybe some things have been going on and around in your mind. Maybe you're missing a family member at this time of the year. Maybe this is a special birthday for somebody. You know, maybe there's an animal that's been lost. Maybe you feel like you're going through that period of not hearing any support around you, like angelically or spiritually, like everything's been shut off. Maybe you're just feeling really alone in the world at the moment. And when we see the Three of Swords come up, because it's coming up for the month of October, it's like you have to remember the things that you've been through. You know, remember the situations that you've been through in the past, and also remember that you've made your way through them every single time. You know, the door is open here, you know, to this new situation, and you're heading towards it, but you are hesitant. My feeling is that you need to go in this new direction, okay? Maybe you don't go straight away. Maybe you think about it for a while or whatever it is. But I feel like it's safe for you to enter into a new situation for yourself, okay? Regardless of how things have turned out in the past. It seems to me that this is vital for your growth. Some people say, oh, but I followed my intuition and I ended up in a really bad spot. Well, what did you learn out of it? You know, sometimes what we think are mistakes, it's like the greatest thing that could have happened to us. You know, when we go through complete and utter chaos in our life, we don't understand it while it's happening until later, until reflection, you know, and really going inward. And, you know, some people don't, and we all know the people that are angry at the world. You know, they walk around, they're bitter, they're annoyed, they, you know, think the world owes them a favor, and they don't do anything to help themselves with healing. You don't want to be one of those sorts of people, and you're not, being a Taurus. But you need to understand that something that has run its course has finished in your life, and you know it, and it's time to move on from this. And while you're keeping one door open, you're leaving opportunities behind you too. You know, sometimes people leave a relationship, but they're leaving that door open in case that person wants to come back or something. You know, I'm not sure what life's going to be, and if it doesn't work out for them, then they know they can go back in that direction. But you're being asked not to do this. So for the month of October, whatever's closing off in your life, pay attention. Okay? Time to move forward in your own way, on your own terms, without the way that things were before, and it's going to be okay. You're being guided, remember? Well, also with that, let's do a card. Another mythic tarot card. Yeah, see, look at this. The Eight of Cups. The things that have happened in your life, you know, have all been there to guide you. And something inside of you has really changed over the last few weeks and is going to continue to change in the month of October. You're turning your back, like Persephone is here, on the ways of the world, you know, and you're starting to do things in your own way. In both of these cards, you're by yourself, you know, doing things on your own, you know, and it's really important that you feel the feelings that are coming up, the trigger points that are coming up for you with this matter, you know. It's not easy, but you've needed to face something on your own for a really long time. Maybe in some circumstances, you've always gone from one relationship to the next because you can't be alone, and now you're being forced to be alone. Maybe it's something like this. Maybe it's forced upon you at the moment. Okay, Maybe you feel abandoned by other people. Maybe you don't know why you've been feeling so lost and alone. Maybe you don't know why you've been feeling separate. But you're going to have that understanding, especially as you go within and you keep asking for guidance and not feeling bitter and disappointed and upset and, you know, annoyed and all those sorts of emotions, which always block you. However, it's time to turn away from a situation that no longer serves you. And you know what that is. And October would be a really good month for you to do it. And finally, to start a new, fresh phase of your life. The suffering, the upset, and the hurt, and the grief can only exist if you remind yourself of them. That's what they are. It's memory. Memory is where the grief is and the upset and the hurt. Change the way in which you see it, and you change the way in which your future begins to open up for you. You know, what's it going to be? I feel for you, Taurus, that if you be honest with yourself in this situation, you let go of the fear of the unknown and just take a step forward, even if it's just one, you've made progress. And with that, you know, you're going to feel a sense of relief and continue moving forward for the best in your life, which is awesome. Some people, for Taurus, don't understand their own worth or give away their power to other people. And the other side of that is sometimes a Taurus can have a really hot temper too, you know, and maybe this has come back, you know, in some way against you, like someone else has treated you maybe in a really, really bad way. And it's sort of made you look at yourself differently. Whatever the wake-up call is that you had in your life, it's finished with now and it's done. And it's now time to pick up the pieces and move forward. And you're going to have, if you can do this on your own and surge forward, the support that you're looking for and the people that you're looking for will naturally gravitate towards you. Okay, so this is a really good month for Taurus with rediscovering yourself. Don't forget, you're being guided every step of the way. So listen to that guidance, okay? But make sure that you're moving away from a situation that no longer serves you, all right? So it's interesting for Taurus because a lot of us had this for the end of September, like, and with this full moon, you know, letting go and clearing and all of that. So maybe that's happened and it's left you in this place. Whatever it is, the angels of guidance are there with you too. So seek that inner counsel and move forward. Okay, Virgo. And Virgo, we're using the Angels, Gods and Goddesses deck to do an overview for you guys for the month of October. And then two other decks, the Green Witch Tarot and the Mythic Tarot for the general reading. Okay. Don't forget you can get more in-depth readings at my website, divinemiracles.com. And talk to me about a year reading. A year-long reading for 2019. Okay. Okay, Virgo, what's going on? Angel of the universe, you're being encouraged to expand your thinking, okay, into universal sort of consciousness. The angel of the universe here is like a purpley blue color. So that's your spiritual connection too. And I just feel for Virgo, you guys need to remember how you're always connected to the divine. It's always there. You don't need to seek it through anybody else. First, have acceptance of your enlightenment within yourself. And then all the answers start to pile in. So here, you know, you're being encouraged, expand your thinking. Maybe you've also been just seeing things in one way. Well, let's find out. I'm going to use the Green Witch Tarot. Don't forget to check your moon sign and your rising sign as well as a bit more of a guide. When the angels are here, sometimes I might scratch my face. Okay, Virgo, what's going on? Okay, here we go. Okay, so because these are a green witch tarot, I am not a witch, by the way. I do not practice wickery. I just love these cards, though. The first card here is the card of the witch, but it's actually like the magician in traditional decks. Now, with this as being your energy for the month Virgo, it's like you're going to be able to manifest things really rapidly. Maybe you've been thinking about ways in which you can, like it says here, expand your thinking, grow, change the way you're doing something, shift your vibration. Or maybe you're already feeling this energy start to hit home for you. The crow here also is an increase of this magical energy around you. Like when you have the crow as one of your totem animals, your third eye expands, you know, you can see things, you can shift through dimensions, you can become invisible, all this kind of stuff on an energetic level, you know. I use the crow, I work with the crow all the time, and it has taught me so much about my own life too. But also the crow comes as, you know, a message from spirit for you, like saying, you know, you're loved, that you're supported, that, you know, you need to see yourself in a far greater light, as capable of doing everything that you think someone else is capable of doing. It's saying here that you have all of the ingredients to make the decisions that you need to make, to shift yourself into the place or into the location that you need to be in. You know, giving yourself constant reassurance that everything is going to be okay. All right? So for Virgo, you know, the message for this month is something is coming that you really don't know about yet. You don't need to know how, why, when, where, who, what. You don't need to know any of those things. You just got to keep focusing on polishing your skills and moving forward and manifesting things and staying positive and clearing out the old, and all the things that you're doing is really creating a marvelous new phase of your life. Okay? Let's have a look what the Mythic Tarot also says for you. Okay. Oop, got the card. Okay, so you have the energy of the Queen of Cups as well. Okay, so along with this beautiful manifesting energy, you have the energy of the Queen of Cups, which is the intuition. I was going to say intuitive and intuition at the same time. Intuition. You know, you've got this energy of the water too. So whenever there's any water around, of course, it talks about emotions, but also cleansing, like clearing out the past, working on clearing your energy centers, working on remembering that you're a healer as well. You know, as a healer, we need to take care of ourselves first. Otherwise, you can't really help anyone to heal. Like, I remember one particular healer that was very, very popular and walked around with bent over, bad back, you know, almost needing a cane. Like, everything looked bad, you know. So I'm like, she can't even heal herself. It's going to help other people, you know. Got to work on yourself all the time. And when you're working on yourself, things come up. You know, you have an illness, you have a release. You know, on a shamanic level, you know, when you're working like that, anyone who has some kind of near-death experience or, you know, gets really, really ill for some reason or whatever, you know, is clearing some problem out of the body. So while some people believe like, oh my God, I must be doing something really bad, or my karma must be really bad because I'm really sick, you know, you could just be healing. You could have gone through the worst of it, and this was the result of your healing, is to have this come out full force in your life. Just like me with my arm, something just came out of me full force, knocked me off my feet for a while, and still is, but it's out of the body. So imagine like the body was going through some kind of like deep sort of illness or bacteria or something, and it has to come out somewhere, you know, in your life. So notice these things about yourself, you know. Where are you healing in your life? What things are being brought to the surface, especially in the month of October? What things are being brought to the surface that are changing you on deeper levels? Because this is amazing. Like when you have, you know, this experience with healing, you are a healer, you're able to do this, you can work with other people. But look at where, you know, you're changing within yourself and you're growing within yourself. And if you've been going through pain or you've been going through, you know, health problems or something, and it hasn't been cured and it hasn't been fixed and it hasn't been sorted out, have a look how you see yourself. What are you holding back? What are you holding within? Who have you got there with you? You know, who are you blaming for something? And it's festering inside your body kind of thing, you know. Time to let it out. So just make a pact with yourself. You know, I'm cleansing and clearing any negativity, any cords, anything in any direction of time that I don't need anymore in my life. And I'm grateful for the experience of having it come out once and for all, so that I can then move forward with fresh eyes to see what's around me, with my intuition intact and all of my abilities being upgraded too. Okay? Remember, you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want for the month of October. And also that you are encouraged to expand your thinking about yourself, about your healing, about your life. Something's really going to change for Virgo in October, and you'll come into this intensity of who you are. And it's much needed for your growth. So I hope that that's helpful for other people, you know. I feel like the abundance is there too, you know, but look at how you're seeing things. Look at how you're doing things. Shift and change with it. Follow your intuition. Use the skills of the Queen of Cups that's with you too. Thank you so much for listening. I am going to get this video ready to you guys now. And until the next time, lots of love. Bye for now. Bye.